We got success in the building. This is June and he's on the road to 1 billion. Let's go.
Hi friends, I'm so happy you're here. My name is Marina and I will be taking you on an adventure today. Have you ever been to a national park, such as the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, or another? These are protected areas where some activities are limited. It turns out we also have underwater protected areas. These are some of my favorite places to hang out. Today, you will learn about marine protected areas, or MPAs, places in our oceans where human activities are limited to protect natural and cultural resources. Right now, we are in the traditional territory of the Koroshti tribe. This land is currently being stewarded by the Amamutsan tribal band, who welcome neighboring tribes to join them. Today, this area is known to many as Año Nuevo State Marine Reserve, an MPA located just 55 miles south of San Francisco. I have a lot of friends here. We'll meet some of them later. Let's get started. Step into the submarine. Welcome to the Save Our Shores submarine. Before we dive in, let's take a look at this map. Indigenous communities have been managing and protecting coastal resources for centuries, and many small localized coastal areas around the U.S. gained protection in the early 1900s. In 1972, the U.S. Congress authorized the establishment of the first protected areas in the ocean. In 2020, MPAs protect 16% of our state waters in California and 26% of all U.S. waters. It feels great to be underwater. Take a look at this map to view some MPAs close to where we are. There are several different types of MPAs, and they vary in their level of protection. Some MPAs allow us to take resources from the ocean, including living things such as fish, my favorite snack, and non-living things such as oil, sand, rocks, and cultural artifacts. Take can mean to actually take or remove something from the area, but it can also mean to cause damage or harm to habitats and animals. Fishing is one form of take from the ocean, and in MPAs, fishing may be allowed as a commercial activity, a recreational activity, or not allowed at all. Our adventure today begins on Catalina Island off the coast of Southern California. We'll visit the Casino Point State Marine Conservation Area. There are lots of cool things there. You're going to love it. Let's go.
Now reaching Casino Point State Marine Conservation Area.
We're here. In this type of MPA, some recreational or commercial take of marine resources may be allowed.
Notice, giant sea bass detected.
Wow! It's a giant sea bass. These fish can grow up to 7 feet long and weigh over 700 pounds. That's bigger than me. Not too long ago, these fish were hunted almost to extinction and are listed as critically endangered today. Because these fish grow very slowly and live a long life, it will take time for their population to recover. MPAs offer them safe places to live and reproduce. Now let's play my favorite game, Spot the Species. Look at your virtual hands. Pretty cool, no? Now look and see if you can find some of my friends and favorite foods. Can you find 3 different species? Use your virtual hands to point at them. Great! You found a sheephead. Good eye! You found a Garibaldi. Wow! You spotted a giant sea bass. You did such a great job spotting those species. Let's go to our next stop. Are you ready? We'll visit the area currently known as Point Lobos, which was the traditional territory of the Rumsen peoples. Point Lobos contains both a state marine conservation area and a state marine reserve. We already learned that in a state marine conservation area, some types of take may be allowed. However, in a state marine reserve, damage or take of any marine resources, living, geologic, or cultural, are all prohibited. Hello again, and welcome. In this location, we're sure to see lots of different species. The more species there are in a location, the higher its biodiversity. Biodiversity is a term used to describe the variety of life on Earth. This includes every living thing, such as plants, animals, humans, and even bacteria. MPAs aim to conserve whole ecosystems, which can be more effective in preserving ecosystem health than programs or strategies that protect only individual species. MPAs help to slow the loss of biodiversity in the ocean and protect ecosystem health at the same time. Ready to play another round of Spot the Species? Use your virtual hands to select 3 different species. Oh, look! A purple sea urchin. You found the star of the kelp forest, kelp. Nice! You found a senorita. Before we end our trip, we have one final stop. Let's go to Judith Rock State Marine Reserve on the Channel Islands, the traditional territory of the Chumash peoples. Try and keep up. Judith Rock is a state marine reserve. Remember, that means damage or take of any marine resources, living, geologic, or cultural, are all prohibited. Here I am, and here we are in our final MPA. MPAs support healthy ecosystems and species populations, both inside and outside of their boundaries, through the spillover effect. These protected areas provide safe places for wildlife to shelter and reproduce without hunting or other human disturbances. When populations inside an MPA are able to increase, some individuals will spill over into nearby areas looking for other suitable places to live. This is a win-win for both species populations and local fisheries. We've had a lot of fun exploring today, but I think it's time we head back to Año Nuevo. Whoa, that's a fishing vessel. Oh no, I hope they don't catch my dinner. When my favorite foods are taken out of the ocean in large numbers, that leaves less food for my family and I. Overfishing is when too many fish are taken and there are not enough fish left to reproduce for the next generation. And when fishing gear is lost in the ocean, also known as ghost fishing gear, it can catch fish, birds, and marine mammals like me for years to come. These impacts can cause changes to the entire food web. Quick! Push the evasive maneuver button on the sub to avoid the net.
Evading net. Buckle up.
Phew! I'm glad we made it out of there. Let's head back to the beach. Welcome back to Año Nuevo. It looks like my friend Angus the elephant seal has returned to the ocean. He must have been hungry. I had a blast showing you around some of my favorite marine protected areas, or as I call them, home sweet home. Next time you visit the ocean, I hope you will remember the amazing ecosystems and marine life that are hiding just below the surface. Please remember to know before you go, and always be aware of the rules and regulations of the area that you're visiting. And don't forget that the ocean and coastline are for all to enjoy, humans and marine life alike. So be sure to come and visit and explore when you can. Goodbye, friends. I hope to see you soon.
Hey, we got success in the building. This is June and he's on the road to 1 billion. Let's go. Hey, said this is June 1 billion and we gotta make it happen. Ain't no limit, no ceiling. 1855 June billion. Success is what he wants. Make sure that you check the site, June1billion.com. Hey, gotta feel him. Ain't no limit, ain't no ceiling. If you ready, then let's get it. This is June 1 billion. Woo! June 1 billion. Hey.